to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport, where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. The Cornhuskers will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense is on the field for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball.
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
Kick is in the air. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So Nebraska's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. The play action fake. He uncorks one deep. He makes a grab. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with the... Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. And the Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Branch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
From the gun on third down. Short throw to the sideline, complete. He steps out of bounds with the first down.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Extra point here will tie the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Syracuse is going to enjoy the trip back to Central New York after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there inside the dome, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ives. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This should be the last play of the quarter. He'll pull it down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Out of the gun. The inside handoff. Looking for a crease.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Grab near the marker. It's Branch. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers will have it first and 10. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
To the air on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They're working that left side. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Got his man on the right. At the 45 on his way. It's a seam wide open. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's second and goal. Back to pass. Working that wide receiver screen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. It's Branch. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open. And that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I'll tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage. And I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Boilermakers are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Touchdown, Purdue! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Husker!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give on the inside. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Boilermakers moving quickly to the line.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, if you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They want to throw it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Quickly to the tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. The offense will quickly use the timeout. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This time it's complete. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Timeout, Purdue.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris.
The first down pass, complete over the middle. Gain of 12. And that's a first down for the offense. Number 11.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notably.
The Boilermakers will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Turner. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. There he goes. Touchdown, Cornhusker. And that one will give him the lead.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week. This game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over BYU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it on the outside. It's Branch. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one over.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Purdue! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
This time on target. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Huskers decide to punt it away.
Number 16, on to punt it away.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Now on first down from the 40. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Working the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Boilermakers light it up with a first and goal. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Here's a heat. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Quick completion to the right. He's got room. Jobbed out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Purdue! The defense takes matters into its own hands. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got it. Running through contact. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. mark with a first down in the final period. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Ives. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Cornhuskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. With the run on first and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Leads it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points, and you get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a...
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Husker! What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harris. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're probably a little rattled after that last pick six, and who could blame them? But now deep breath, settle in, get a drive started in a tie game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Boilermakers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might be changing the route. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Branch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
Buys a little time. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Off the play fake. Right down the middle. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. The give to the back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Boilermakers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. At the 20, he's got space. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And as a defense, you're playing so aggressive, just trying to get downhill. And how about the running back? Runs it and gets a little bit to the right. So now they're on the right hash, and maybe the kicker likes it from that area, but this offense doing everything they can to set up for the game-winning field goal.
Handoff from the gun. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. No need to look right or left, just kicking right down the middle for the game. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Raiola. Bringing the heat. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard? Just like that, like you're talking about, Reese. Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week. These 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here?